Hey guys, I'm back again. So soon, I know. I was thinking of making this video, like putting it together with some other videos, because my next stop on my big trip was Rome. That's in Italy, and Rome is really great because I've always wanted to go there because I love Italian food and I love history, and the Roman Empire is pretty legendary, and Vatican City is like right there, and I love the Pope. So it was a win-win-win, a must-go. And whenever I studied abroad a few years ago, it was like a 2-week thing. We went to Italy for a week, but we didn't do Rome. We did a bunch of other cities. Anyway, so on my trip, I decided to do a little 2-day stop in Rome. And I said, surely 2 days is going to be enough. I'll do 1 day in the Colosseum and 1 day, and like the Roman Forum and all that, and then 1 day for Vatican City. And let me tell you, it wasn't enough. I could have spent like a whole week just roaming Vatican City. It was insane, and I could spend a whole nother week just roaming the Roman Forum and like the Parthenon. And my goodness, when I tell you how many churches there were, like you can't walk 5 minutes without like seeing a gorgeous church. And you just it was kind of nice because I was walking so much that I saw a church and I'd be like, oh, I really want to go in, but I'm going to be late to something. But I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to go in anyway. Like, take a seat, pray a little, have a good time. Anyway, so my 2 days in Rome were amazing. Oh, let me start with how I got to Rome. That was a long, long day. So, as you know, if you saw my last video, I went to the casino my last day in Lebanon, and we gambled all night. Not all night. Oh my gosh, guys, I am probably a blackjack pro. I doubled my money. I started with 400,000 pounds, Lebanese pounds, which is $12. But I got all the way up to 1,200,000. I was a millionaire for a second. And then I lost a bit of it, and then so I only doubled my money. I got to 800,000 on the blackjack table. Pretty legendary, if you ask me. But then my flight was at 4:30 in the morning, and I had to stop in Athens. So it was 2 hours to Athens, 2 hours layover in Athens, and then another 2 hours to Rome. And so I didn't sleep because I had to we left at 1 from the casino, and then I basically got my bag, went straight to the airport, and then the airport line was so long that I got to my gate with an hour left, called my parents, and basically we boarded. And then so I like slept for 2 hours on the plane, and then I got to Rome, and the first thing that happened to me was that I got a fine because, listen to this, I hop on the bus and I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm going to my Airbnb and I better hurry up because I have the Vatican Museum, which you'll see pictures of, and I have that at 12:30, and I'm like, I'm late, I'm not gonna make it, blah, blah, blah. So I hop on this bus, and every bus I've been on, you pay at the front. Like, you hop on the bus, you give them a little money, and you say, okay, we're good to go. And this bus I walk on, and the bus driver's not on there. I don't know where he is. And there's a sign that says, don't talk to him anyway. And I was like, what do you mean? And so I just hop on, and I see a bunch of other people hop on, and no one's paying, no one's doing anything. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm fine, like whatever. And then we go, and I get 2 stops away from my Airbnb, and a cop hops onto the bus and is like, let me see your ticket. And I was like, what do you mean, ticket? And I don't speak Italian. I speak maybe 2 words. And so we had a little misunderstanding, and he gave me a 50 euro fine. So 50 euros. I was like, oh, you know how much pasta that would have bought me? So I was pretty upset about that. And I was like, I was just so tired. I was like, let me get it over with. I have so much to see. Some more fun facts about my trip. I ended up walking almost 30 miles on my 2 days. I averaged about 35,000 steps per day, which was a lot for me. So I was pretty dead. And yeah, so I was really proud of that though, walking gang for life. and that's too much. I'm gonna go show you all the pictures now. Okay, so I flew Aegean Airlines and they let me on the tarmac. They keep letting me do that for some reason, so I keep on taking pictures with the plane. Obviously, great flight. It was, I slept the entire time because I was so exhausted. Then I went to St. Peter's Basilica. Look at this beauty. I absolutely loved her. Pope is there, which is pretty great. Actually, he was in Kazakhstan while I was there, something crazy. So I had a tour at the Vatican Museum, and I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know they had so much cool stuff in there. I was really, really impressed, but I really only wanted to see the Sistine Chapel, which I didn't get a picture of because they didn't let me take pictures. But there was so much like ancient Egyptian stuff in there too. I guess they stole it from Egypt. I don't know. Anyway, there's a one of like the Pope guards kind of guys, and then here's a picture of the Parthenon, which is super cool. I went once, and then this is where I got this picture. And then I was like, oh, they're closed. I thought you could go inside. And then the next day I come back, and they're like, oh yeah, you can come inside. It's open now, and it's kind of like a church. And I was like, oh, cool. So I had a bunch of cool stuff in there. This is my friend Nick. So 9 years ago, Nick came to Chile to visit some friends, and he stayed with my family. He went to Georgia Tech, just like my sister. So it was like Georgia Tech reunion down in Chile when I lived there. And he became really good friends with my family, and now he entered seminary up in Rome. He gets ordained as a priest in May 27th in Atlanta, and so you can see St. Peter's in the back. He just showed me around the seminary. We had great conversations, had a really good time together, and yeah, so it was great to see him. And then I went to the Colosseum. So this is the Colosseum. It's super gorgeous. If you can see over to the right where those people are standing, that's actually where Russell Crowe filmed his Gladiator movie. Nah, just kidding. But that's where like the gladiators would fight. It was like on that level, and then they like excavated the underground. I was really proud of this picture too. Colosseum was just absolutely gorgeous. After the Colosseum, I went to the Roman Forum. The Arc de Triomphe was there. I'm just kidding. It looks like it though, doesn't it? So I was basically in Paris. That's another stop though. We'll talk about that later. And then these columns were amazing. Oh, man, these Romans really just go crazy. Like those columns were a gift from some dude to his dad. And I'm like, way to flex. Like the best gift I've gotten my dad is like a mug. So you win there, Romans. Oh, I loved this fountain. Oh, there's so many people there. I wonder what fountain it is. Boom, Trevi Fountain. I love the Trevi Fountain. There were so many people, but it was gorgeous, and that was me. I flipped a coin in there backwards like they do in the Lizzie McGuire movie, and no one else did that, so that was a little awkward. But anyway, next we have, I think that was a church. I'm not really sure. Guys, I swear to you, like this stuff wasn't even on my itinerary. I just walk around and there's all these monuments and marble carvings and like these beautiful plazas, and I'm like, what is going on? Look at this street. It's just incredible. Like I know I said I walked a lot, but it was all worth it. Now though, let's get to some of the churches. So this church, I think this was the St. Ignatius of Loyola's church. And this church is the Church de Jésus, which surprisingly, St. Ignatius of Loyola's body was buried here. And St. Ignatius of Loyola means a lot to me because when I got confirmed, he was my confirmation saint. Because back in high school, he was the patron saint of my high school, Jesuit high school, down in Houston. And so he's just really great. I really love all his prayers. Like he has a lot of reflective prayers, and he talks a lot about reflection and reflecting on your day, and I think that's super important. And his prayers have always stuck with me. And yeah, there's some more churches, and here we have I don't know, just some super cool monuments, and I really love them. Like, look at this carving. You can't tell me that, like, this is normal. And it's everywhere. It's literally just everywhere. Pretty sure that was, like, an ancient Egyptian obelisk or something with a nice church in the back. Like, I kid you not when I say, like, my jaw was just dropped the entire time. Oh, now we get to some good stuff. Here is Venchi. I love Venchi. Best gelato. I got Stracciatella. It was incredible. This is some pizza I had with a view. It was literally like a random guy. It was like a €2 for like 2 slices of pizza. This is an incredible pasta I had. What was that one? Carbonara. So good. Oh, this is a caprese salad. Oh, shout out to Emma Hill on this one. My absolute hero. She told me about this place by the Coliseum called Trattoria Luzzi. And so I had to go. Funny story, that wine was actually €2 and that water was €2.50. So literally the water's more expensive than the wine. I went back to that pasta place because it was really good and I wanted some cacio e pepe. And oh, this sandwich was the best sandwich of my entire life. And let me tell you guys about this flight. Oh my gosh, I almost missed it. Fun fact. So I had my alarm set at 3:30 because my flight's at 6:30. So I was like, I'm gonna get out the door at 4, grab my taxi, 30-minute taxi to get there. And so I hop on. I hear my alarm and I turn it off because I'm so tired and like I don't realize I did it. It was like subconscious, you know? And then I wake up again and it's 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh, my flight's in 1.5 hours. I'm never gonna get there. But I do get there. So I shouldn't have spoiled it. Anyway, I like literally sprint out of bed. In 5 minutes, I get dressed, I get all my stuff, I find a taxi. I wasn't able to send my postcards because the stupid stamps I bought had to be in like some special post thing. And I was like, I didn't even want these special stamps. I just wanted the regular European stamps. That was a whole nother story. So I'm going to have to send those from my next location. Anyway, I was just shocked I made it to the airport. So I made it at like 5:45 and I was like, oh my gosh, only an hour. I'm never going to make it to my flight. And well, yeah, there was just no one in the airport. I forgot traveling in the EU is so easy. So like I didn't even have to show my passport until I got to my gate. Then I just ended up sitting at my gate for like 15 minutes because I like ended up being super on time. Oh, actually also my flight was a little delayed. Another thing, do not fly Ryanair, guys. Ryanair is the absolute woe. Like their seats don't recline. You have to pay for water. Water, guys, water. I was so thirsty too. And I said, no, I'm not paying €3 for water. So I didn't. And I got to the next airport. It was a direct flight, thank goodness. But I still can't tell you guys what my next location is. And until the next video, you know, got to keep you guys on your toes. And I like chugged a water fountain, like an entire water fountain. It was pretty incredible. And yeah, so yeah, just don't fly Ryanair. Big regrets. But I was really proud. I thought this was going to be the one time I missed my flight because surely, like so many flights, I'm going to miss one of them. But it wasn't. So, you know, we're still on track. Gotta be more careful next time, though. But, you know, it's all part of a learning experience. And yeah, so that was my crazy 2 days in Rome. Wish it was more. I wish I wasn't so tired. I was exhausted. My legs were killing me. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was such an amazing stop, and I highly recommend that y'all make it to Rome. So anyway, see y'all next time, and yeah, signing off. Hello, I'm back again, real quick, just to do a little cleaning up on things that I think I wanted to expand on a little bit. Number one was no inside pictures of St. Peter's Basilica because, so backstory, I thought before Rome, Florence was like my favorite place in the entire world because I loved their cathedral. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You should look it up. It's white, red, green marble, which kind of sounds gross, but like it looks amazing. You should just look it up. So I thought that was like the most beautiful thing ever. Like I loved Florence. And then so I got to St. Peter's and I'm like, the outside's like, you know, it's nice. It's big. It's cute. Nice dome. But the true beauty of it is when you walk inside and there's so many like individually gorgeous things I could have taken a picture of. But like just holistically, when you think of St. Peter's, it's out of this world. And I couldn't do it justice with any pictures. So don't get to grace you guys with any pictures of inside St. Peter's. But like, I just think like St. John Paul II's buried there. St. Peter, the rock of the church, literally friends with Jesus, buried there. It was like I got to see his tomb. It was really eye-opening, jaw-dropping. Like it was incredible. And another thing I wanted to expand on a little bit was St. Ignatius of Loyola, my confirmation saint. I feel like I really didn't do a good job of explaining who he was and what he means. But so I'll give you a little more background on him specifically. He was a Spanish knight way back when, and he was all about, oh, like I'm gonna win glory for my country, blah blah blah. He joins a little war, and his leg gets shot off with a cannonball. Kind of crazy. And I don't think it gets like shot off. He's just hurt. He hurt his leg from a cannonball, and so he's laying in bed and he's got nothing to read except a Bible and the stories of the saints. And so he like reads about all these amazing stories and decides, well, why win glory for Spain? That's like fleeting. Why don't I win glory for God? Boom, genius. That's where the AMDG motto comes, ad majorem Dei gloriam, all glory to God. Little motto for the Jesuits. So yeah, definitely I would look him up if you guys get a chance. He's super cool. As I said, I love a lot of his prayers. I love the what's it called, the prayer for generosity. You guys should really look that one up. That was probably my favorite. And then just like daily examines. And it's funny because we did all this stuff in high school and I like did not appreciate it one bit. I was like, why are we doing this? Blah, 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 this is boring. Blah, blah, blah. And now I like try to do it every day still because I think it's just a really good practice and it's helped me grow in my faith, which is really fun and awesome. So anyway, now this video is way too long and it's literally just 2 days in Rome and this is like the longest video. That's how much I loved it. So definitely recommend you guys come visit. And yeah, signing off. See you.